So after understanding the basic point, so I'm writing here something in detailed manner what we have discussed. After understanding, after understanding basics of real SQL and in parameter and also and, and if conditional statement. Now it's time to say the out operator. So first we will see the out operator, out parameter, not operator, out parameter. So what is out parameter? I'm writing over here. So before that, just let us use dive into the our database and what is the name of the database. As you know, what is the name of the database? Use B11 slot. Okay, that makes it good. Okay, after executing, you will able to say now we have entered into our database and inside this database, we will do the sub activity in form of the executing panel. You can easily see something which is already showing in proper way. That is the now we have entered to the B1 slot table. Other one is view. Next one is stored procedure, and now we're talking about the function. So stored procedure we are discussing over here inside the PL. So let me explore more detail about the out parameter. So the question we should have in our mind: what is actually what is an out parameter? An out parameter. So this question we have to see the answer in simple way. Value of an out parameter. An out parameter inside the stored procedure. The stored procedure. The procedure and its new value. New value is passed back to the back to the calling code. This is the concept we have to do start from the very beginning. So what is the out parameter? Now we have seen this point right now. So it is better idea to understand this concept with the help of an example. But before that, let us understand how many tables we have and from which table we have to choose the concept properly. So here in this our slot, we have a car, carbon, hotel, my customer, my order, and post. So let me execute this car, hotel relation and see what we are giving. Okay, in this case, we have some good data. So we will use this hotel relation to execute our task. So here we are selecting the hotel relation, hotel table to get the result by using the out parameter. So let us see the example. So first I am writing the delimiter, and I am creating a procedure, create procedure temporary. So creating temporary procedure. I am giving its name. I do not pass any parameter right now, but just first create structure and then are working. So now we have created the structure. Now there is no error. There is no any warning we are able to see over here. Now from this point we have to start the work properly. So what I have to do? See our plan to while calling this procedure, that is temp procedure I am calling. So what it will do? Our aim to yeah, our aim should be if I'm just passing the hotel name, then I must see the details of the number of rooms and floor number. These two information I can easily see. Okay. I can easily see the number of rooms, floor, and charge. These three things I can easily see. So what is my problem? Just let me explain. Get the detail of charge, details of number of rooms, floor number, and charge from hotel table after taking input as a hotel name. This is a simple concept we are trying to implement. So delimiter we have used now this thing. Now what I have to pass over here, I have to pass the hotel name. Suppose I'm passing over here MNB hotel. MNB hotel. I'm passing M and B. Suppose that I'm using this one. So what's the other parameter I have to pass? That is I will tell you. But before that, just let us understand this one right now. So this in this case, with the help of the in parameter, I must take the value M and B as an input. So in parameter, I'm taking the input. So hotel name, so H name in short, I'm writing over hotel name. I'm getting and that should be the varchar and its size I'm passing 25. First, I'm just passing this parameter, and now I'm executing this code right now. Uh, Select the number of rooms and room, comma. Let me check what are the values and room, floor and comma. And what are the other one? That is a charge. Yes, of course, charge we have charge, charge. These three things I need from the whichever hotel. Any condition? Yes, of course. Any condition where h name equal to hn and put the semicolon. Now this will return the information. What is the purpose of out function? So out function, what it will do? Out to parameter, what will do? Let me write over here some important points over here. According to my concept and what I have been observed, an out parameter is used to retrieve the data or record as per given input into while calling procedure, can say, or executing procedure. It will retrieve some information. So let us understand what is the other thing I have to use. Here I need a variable that represented as a output or out parameter. So unlike in parameter, I have to use the out parameter. So just like in keyword, I have to use the out keyword. So out, and I can write over here res my result. Okay, result. This is not the user defined variable. This is result, and this result can be form of the varchar or integer. What I can do. So it's my choice what I can do. So in out form, I can say I'm getting all the things properly. So I'm also making this thing. So result will determine that number of the how many record I'm just getting. So I'm making this result as an integer, and with the help of this result integer. So what I have to do pass, I did not need to pass anything. I need to pass only the name of the variable by using the symbol, and what is the name of the variable, that is result. I need to take as it is. So MNB will pass to the in HN variable will hold the MNB value, and this res, that is the out parameter, which is holding the @res. So that is saying to this is out parameter. This will return something properly. Okay. So from this we are getting the thing. So first, let us execute this code and say what is the problem we are having. If we have, else we can say we are getting the correct result. Let us execute it first. Now result, we are not getting anything. So first I am executing the temporary our parameter, temporary procedure. Now let me execute this code and see. Yes, this is returning perfectly. So it matches criteria. The hotel name, which is name is MNV. It has the number of rooms 600 and floor we have the 7 and charge we have to 8,000 rupees. So this is simple thing we can see observable. If talking about the other part, suppose see this is the point. Now I'm getting the my desired result, but desired result a little bit different because I have selected only the number of rooms, floor and charges only. Suppose I'm passing the parameter QWE will return the 702 and 800. So let us understand passing the QWE, 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 and let me execute this code. Yes, so I'm getting the 702 and 800. So this is a simple example by which we are able to see we are getting the things properly. Now it is clear to all right now. The out parameter is clear. Just tell me any problem. So you can ask me. The out parameter is clear. How to use out parameter?
So
The address
what it is actually doing? I didn't get.
see. Yes, that is a good question asking me. Right, I'm already written over here. An out parameter is used to retrieve the data or record as per the given input. So I am giving the input that is a KW. So key. So what will this query will do? This query will provide the our columns name. Those are the number of rooms, floor number, and charge from which hotel, from which room, from which table that is hotel, and based on the condition. So this HN will keep the information. HN will keep the information that is KWE. So KW will pass over here, and after checking the condition, this will return how many records is returning. So how many record it is returning by the this query? This query actually, I can write over here. Uh, the above query will return one record, or it will return the record or records which are which is or are matching with matching with the given input and nothing else special. So based on the conditions of in this case, what how many we are getting? So we are getting only the one record. So in this out is just a parameter in the R. What R is we will do? This is a result. So it will return the number of the our record based on our selected columns. That is the one record. So this parameter that is @res, we will keep the information, and following this information, it will display the our result in query as per our answer. So we are getting this one right now. So that is this is the simple things we are getting in simple way. So that is the out parameter. See, if you want to just use select @res. So in this res, see res does not contain any information, but it just represent the information. It just represent the information that we are selecting the few things, and this is the simple thing of the out parameter. So practically, if I'm speaking over here, the 99% people love to do work with the in parameter because we are giving some input, we are getting the output. So most of the people will not like to use the out parameter, but there is some importance of the out parameter. Out parameter just retrieve the information and determining the result inform the retrieved information by the out parameter, nothing especially. So what is its definition? I have already done. The value of an out parameter can be changed inside the store procedure and its new value is passed back to the calling code. So this is saying to us the parameter we are passing as over here, we are getting the only the one. So if suppose I'm trying to pass, 56 something, and I'm trying to execute. So what I can get? So you can able to see here we are getting the error. What is the error? The out argument we are using, that is not variable, or that is not a new type of the information. So we have to represent our information in the out parameter as a at the rate, and this res, if you're using same parameter, should be the variable name should be as we have seen observed over here. So practically it has the own sense, but sometimes we feel that there will be no sense and there are no sense why we are using. But practically it just keep the information inside the memory and return the information in simple. So that is the point. Now it is clear to all right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that is the reason the out parameter we will not use in much amount of the point. We will always use the in parameter by just passing the query and see the result. So that is it. If I'm removing the out over here and I'm just removing the at the rate res over here, and this query will also return the same answer. So there will be no sense at that moment, but there will be some sense. Just unlike the in parameter, can we use the out parameter? So that is the point. Of course, it is also possible, and this out will be applicable when we have to modify the some values. Okay, so that is the point. So if we need to update some information, then we can update the information. That is also possible. Okay, so this can be your activity. You can just go through the various sources and find the particular problem and try to solve the problem by using in and out parameter. You can do. So in the short period of the amount of the semester, we will use only the limited number of the concept, and while discussing, we are just composing the concept in concise way. Focusing on the n parameter, so I've already explained. Now out parameter I've already explained. So this is simple thing. So I've already explained. So we have discussed the basics of the PLSQLs in parameters and out parameter of course, and if then else condition statement. So after the condition statements, we have some other concept. But before that, just if you have any doubt, so you can ask me. Else we can start our loop part. Looping is basically very interesting part. So I'm expecting you people will be involved there to tell me the answer properly. So should we start the looping part, or any doubt you have? So you can ask me right now over here.
No doubt, sir.
Yes, tell me. Any doubt? Or should we start looping?
No doubt, sir.
Should I continue with looping?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So loop statement basically what is saying to us. As we know, the loop statement allows you to execute one or more statements repeatedly with one or more statements repeatedly. So that is a simple thing. So here we will discuss about the loop statement. Syntax is very simple. I am speaking right now verbally. Then I will show you the syntax with help of the some example. Then it will be more clear to you. We will use the loop keyword and allow. Before that, we have to use a prefix. We have to use the beginning label of that loop. And inside we have to write some code that belong to the loop structure part, and we have to use the end loop keyword, just like using the and if keyword. So the loop can be optional, but labels at the beginning, at the end of the block is necessary. So we have a two important statement. While we will discuss, then I will tell you. So no problem. Let us start the first part of this point. So let us see. Let us see an example. What I am using right now. So delimiter. I'm creating create a procedure. So I'm taking its name is BSK loop. It's just giving the my name only, and begin and In this case, what I'm doing, I'm just need to print the values. Okay, so what I'm doing, so let us see an example of the loop. What I need to print 2 comma 4 comma 6 comma 6 comma 8 comma and 10. So even number I have to print. It's very simple idea how we can print. So create a process VSK loop I'm creating and beginning. So first I'm declaring the variable. Declare variable x as an integer. So I'm declaring as an integer. No default values I'm using. I'm declaring another variable. Declare ch or temporary variable for the spacing purpose. So ch as an varchar. Also you can take as a varchar. You can also take the character. Doesn't mean, but I'm using this one only. So 10 is sufficient. I'm initializing the value. So what I'm doing right now, I'm initializing the x value equal to 1. That ch value by default I'm taking as a space. So by default it does not contain any value, but as an initialize I'm taking the space. So I have to use a loop keyword. Before that I told you we have to use its prefix part, that is a fl. Fl loop I'm taking over here, and along with this part, let me clear all to you all. And loop is also required. Inside this loop, we will write something that will be the part of our loop structure. Okay, so this will be considered as a semicolon as well. Declare. Yeah. Inside this one, I'm using the tab keys to differentiate the particular thing properly. So first of all, what I'm doing right now, if the x is greater than, if x is greater than 10, then let me write the end if first, and then what should be happen? Then what should be then? Then leave FL. FL means loop. Leave it should be terminated. So what is saying to us? The leave statement is an equal statement. I can write over here. It's just like a break statement. Break statement in C, C++, or the Java, and of course in the Python as well. So it is just equivalent to the break statement in C and C++ Java we have seen. So if it is happening, so what happened? Our loop should be terminated if x is greater than 10. But as an initial, we have initialized the x as a 1, so there will be no issue. This condition will be always false. Always till x is greater than. So now let us increment the x value. X is equal to x plus 1. Now, after incrementing x value, now let us check another condition. If x mod 2, then what should be happening? This is the big question. If it is happening, then iterate fn. If when the condition is false, then loop will be this will not be executed. Iterate fl. If condition is false, that is x mod 2, then iteration will be done. Iteration is just equivalent to the continue statement in C, C++, Java, of course Python as well. So that is a big point we have to keep in mind while learning the concept. So those who have any idea about the programming, so they know this concept in simple, what is meant by the break and continue statement. Break statement will break the loop So here we are using iterator and continuous statement will continue is applicable where the condition is true. So continue the loop. So that is it. Iterate loop. Okay. So loop type what we have FL, that is you can use any one of them. If this is true, then it's okay. Else, if it is not so, so in the else we can write else set the value of the x as a ch equal to concat ph comma x comma this, and after this and inside the loop we have to select it. Okay, so let me just minimize the font size of this one. So everything will be inside this part right now. So we will understand the concept properly. Yes. Now what is happening over here? X is 1. Now in this case, what happened? You can easily say x is value 1. Condition is false. So this statement will not be executed. So now here, what happened? X is equal to x plus 1. It is 1 plus 1. It means 2 will be there. Now when talking about x mod 2, so 2 mod 2 if I'm doing, so as we know it, the answer will be the 0. Yes, am I right or not? If you have any doubts, you can ask me. If I am just applying the modding between the two values, so the value will depend on the what the value we are using on the left side. Okay, so 2 mod 2 will provide the 0 and 3 mod 2 will provide the 1. So remaining, what is the remainder value we are getting? That is a part of that one. Just tell me right now. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Just tell me, is it clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just tell me, is it clear or not?
Clear,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if suppose I'm writing a statement just like this one, if see, if I'm just talking about right now the basic programming, if so, what is this? It is saying to us the condition we are passing, we are not passing any condition while using the if statement. Then this statement is saying to us condition you are using, that is the false. So if condition is false, it means we are getting the 0. It means it is either this condition is false. So this is false. It means so 0. It means this iteration will not be applicable. So else part will come over here. So what it will do right now? Ch equal to, so ch equal to what happens? Ch equal to ch will be concat ch. So what is ch is contained? Space. Okay, see and the top 45 number, serial number 45 you can see. So it will provide the space and x. What is the x content? X contain the two value and we are adding the comma. So comma will come over here. So it will print like this one. Now this is it will concat like this one. So this will be the our concatenated string. Now what it will print? It will print 2 comma so far. And now again go back to the loop. Again check. 2 is greater than now. 2 is greater than 10. Condition is false. So blue will not be break. Now x will be the 3 right now. Now from this point, what happened? 3 mod 2. So we will get the 1. So if I'm writing like this one, 1. So what will happen? Condition will be true. It means loop will be continue. So loop will be continue. So rest of the part of this iterate process, iterate statement will not be executed. Now my control will move to the condition part. That is the 3 is greater than 10. Condition is again loop will not be break. Now here increment will be done. So 3 plus 1 will be 4. Now again it will check more 2, so I will get the if 0 because there is no remainder. So condition will false. So this iterated FL will not be executed, and else part it's saying to us CH is equal to concat. So what is CH contain? CH equal to 2 comma. So what is contained? CH will contain the CH means space will contain and then provide the space. And what is CH will be added. So what is the CH will have CH comma 4 comma we have. So this will be the part of this one. This process will go continue and finally we will get the 6, 8 and 10. Of course, because at the last we are adding the comma, so this will be the graph. Okay, so now this program is clear to all right now. Yes, tell me. This program is clear. This looping is clear to all.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See, this is the our structure. It is small, just for showing to you all. I am just it in a small format, but I am just doing in the bigger format. Don't worry. But before that, you have any doubt, so you can ask me right now. Okay, just tell me if you have any problem or no problem. Shall I continue?
No, yes, sir. We should continue.
Yes, tell me. Should I continue or do you have any problem?
So continue.
In the chat box, you can type your answer. If you are not able to speak anything over here, so you can type the answer over the chat box. Okay, tell me yes or no. Should I continue or do you have any problem to understand code loop how it is working?
So we are speaking, but
Yes, tell
maybe
me.
you are.
Okay, so okay, I'm just going to the continuation part. Okay, thank you. So now let me execute this code, and after executing this code, you will able to see this code is executed perfectly without any doubt. So let us call this code right now. So call parameter I am passing over here. See, there is no parameter. Now let me execute this code. Okay. You will able to see it is displaying 2 comma 4 comma 6 comma 8. Okay, so let me execute once more. So what is that we are getting? 10 should be there where we are getting the problem. Oh, I think it is not handling this two value. So just let me increase its size. Suppose and BSK loop 1 I can take. I was not able to handle the 10 values. So now, but I am now able to handle this value. So over the screen, you will able to see CH. We are getting the value 2 comma 4 comma 6 comma 8 comma 10 comma as well. Okay, so now it is clearly visible to all. So this is what actually this is a simple program we have created by using the our this simple concept. So looping is basically most important part of creating the anything over here. Now, for a betterment, what I'm doing right now, I'm using another program. So this was our first program. Okay. Now let us explore loop on table. Okay, that is an important term you people are required to understand. So for helping you all, first I'm creating a table. Just I'm creating a table, create a table, table name, and I'm giving its name that is my table. Okay, my table is a temporary table just for understanding how loop will be applicable on the table or not. So how we can apply. So create table name, and I'm just put its value and it's varchar type. You can take any value, no problem. 25 I'm taking, and just yeah, okay. So this table is created, and it also execute the code. The table is created. At the last, you can easily say table is created. So table is created. So what is its description? You can easily say that is a my table. Okay, this table is already created. So just let me just table. Okay. So it is structure is saying to us we are able to see its structure. We have a one field or one column that is name is a value and its type is varchar and null. We can acceptable null because we are not use any constraint. Apply the our loop in simple program we are able to see over here. So let me explain the simple program. Delimiter and create procedure add. Okay, so I can write here vsk underscore add and begin and in the begin section let us declare some variable that is a as an integer default I can take over here default one I am taking and loop label so ll I can take so loop and loop will be there inside the loop we are trying to insert into table name what is table name my table values should be a and set increment a is equal to a plus 1 and if a is equal to 11 in this MySQL you people are required to understand the comparison operator we can take only the single equal to while in C, C++, Java and Python programming this single equal to determined by the assignment operator only and for equal to we have to use a double equal but in the MySQL you have to keep in mind we have to use only the single equal to operator that is a key term you people are required to understand so if a equal to 11 then what should be happen let me write the code and explain the code properly then leave the loop and what is the loop that is its label that is L so LL means leave label of loop so we can leave so after this point you will able to see there's no condition no other thing we are having so first I'm doing just VSK addition this VSK addition is the name of the my first procedure which is required to add some data inside the table so for what I'm doing right now insert into statement to insert the data inside the my table in terms of some values. So values will be stored into the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So by default, whatever value you want to use, you can use any value. So as a default, I am taking. So by default, you can initialize by 0. By default, you want to initialize by the 10, 20, whatever you. So suppose I am initializing by the 10 supposed or 10. So default value I am giving the 10. So after this first value will be inserted 10 and after inserting the first value inside the loop, set will be equal to a plus 1. So that is 11 will be there. So if 11 just as soon as find, suddenly loop will be terminated. So I need to increase it 50. That's enough. Okay, 15 that's enough. So let us understand what are the value will be inserted over here. Let us first execute this code. This code is now perfectly executed and I'm just calling VSK add. So I called this one, and by calling this one, it was added the, what are the values it was added? 10. Then it will be, of course, undoubtedly increment one value, 11 will be there, 12 will be there, 13 will be there, 14 will be there, yes, 14 will be there. And as when 15 was found, so loop will be terminated. So 11, 10 to 15 value. Let us check what are the values. So first, let me just close this port right now, as it will be again. Select. The better idea to let me show the my proof from the direct from the table. So what is the table? My table. Let me show it from this point. You can now you will be able to see over the screen 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 was inserted. Now it is visible to all. Yes, tell me, it is visible to all.
Yes, sir.
Yes, tell me, any doubt over here? Is it visible to all? You have any doubts, so you can ask me
Yes,
from the chat
sir.
box as well, or you can ask me, or you can reply me by chat box as well. Just tell me right now. Is it perfectly visible? So with this query, we are able to see what are the information we can get. I can run this code by the my command from here, or I can use the direct this command from the other tab as well. So I'm exploring my answer from this point. Yes, tell me. Yes, okay, thank you. So from this point, what we are doing, we are just trying to insert some data without enter. So it is also possible to loop can be applicable over here. So what is its application? The application we can say in simple way while filling the online form. Suppose you are filling an online form for job portal. Suppose that, then you will get an application number. So application number is generated by the system. Why and how it is generated? It is generated by the previous value what it has. So what is the previous value of the our uh, table we have in that point? So from the previous value we will add one more value, and we will assign the application number or some number to the or some ID to the customer or the person who will like to follow the form. So that is a point we can use like this one. So loop will be applicable while implementing while and applying the anything on the our data set or database, whatever we want to do. After this point, I'm remembering another example. So this example, I'm expecting you people tell me the what would be the answer. So this is an exercise. Tell me output of the following code. Okay, following code. So I'm writing right now. I'm writing and tell me what would the output. Yes. First, I'm using the delimiter. I'm creating a procedure to create procedure, and I'm giving its name is it is a PSB something like this. But I'm just taking it's my reverse and begin. I can take and I can take in simple way. Nothing more special. So focus on the program. I request to all the students please use paper and pencil so you can uh, uh, use paper pencil to get the value of the this code which is typing over here by myself over, and just focus on the program, focus on the code, and tell me what would the its expected output. So from begin this one, so I'm declaring variable uh, and as an integer I can take. There's no default value. I'm not taking any default value, and I'm initializing at set n equal to okay set n equal to 0 as the initial value I'm giving over here. L is a loop, so and loop I'm taking. So inside this loop, what I'm doing the set. I'm doing the set n equal to n plus 1 and select n. Okay. And inside this loop, still we have to use if condition. If n is equal to 5, then what should be? That should what should be. What it should be. So terminate the loop. Loop means N, the name of the as end if and do loop, and after the end loop, select N. Yes. I'm just minimizing this code, and I'm expecting speed. Yes. Now code is in front of you, and tell me what would be the output of this one. So what would be the output? Just tell me. Yes. Can anyone tell me what would be the output?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Just think and tell me. Do not hurry about the telling to the answer. Just think and tell me. Yes, tell me. Yes. You can type your answer in the chat box.
Sir, am I audible?
Just you people are required to type the answer in the chat box first. Then I will discuss the answer. Maybe you are on the right track or wrong track. Just type your answer on the chat box. Okay, one student is typing the answer. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yes, I need the more answer. Student as well. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, I'm getting Okay, from the students. Yes, tell me. I need the answer from the other student as well. Good. Some students also typing. Okay. 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 Good. You people are trying. It's good. Just I am speaking once. Use paper and pencil to tell me the answer. Okay. Getting answer. Okay. No problem. So just I'm telling the answer and then we'll execute this code right now. So first I am declaring here as a variable as an integer undoubtedly. So and will be defined or initialized as a 0. No. So here what will be the n inside the loop n will be the 1. So if I'm using select one n, it will print the 1. Okay, it will print the 1 first. And then this condition will not be true at any cost, and then we are moving back to the and now this after reaching the end if now after the end if and before the end loop will continue. Now this loop value is stuck inside the again value. So now we have the 2 print it will 2 print will be okay. So see it will not add 1 comma 2 comma 3, then it will print the 2, then it will print the 3, and then it will print the 4. And at the last, by this value, it will print the last value 5 only. With this statement, select n, it will print the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And why it will print? Because at the last n occupies the or n holds the actually n holds the 5 value. So that is the reason at the last you will see we are getting the 5. Okay. So this code is run will be run perfectly. So first let us execute this code and then it will tell me what is happening. Now this code is run perfectly. Now I am executing this code by calling its processor name call KSB. KSB. Now you will be able to see by the 24 result it is printing 1. By the 25 result it will printing 2, consecutively 3 and then 4 and then 5, and at the last roll number 29 sorry roll number no, result 29 is falling by the last value. Result 28 is the last value test 5. So this is to be handled by the 24, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 while it is printing by the 29. That is it. Okay, so this is a simple thing you people are required to understand here. Yes, tell me right now. The answer is clear. So answer will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will print, and at the last 5 will print. So perfectly, we are not adding anything. So the point you people understand, the perfectly we are not concatenating, we're not concatenating anything, we are not merging anything. So one will be overlapped by the two will be overlapped by three, and so on, so 4, 5, and then 5 last we have. So that is a simple thing we have to see. Now, is it clear? Is it clear to all right now? The program is clear. Yes, tell me. The program is clear, or you can write the answer. You can just give your response on the chat box. So I'm able to understand you are getting properly or not. Yes, tell me any doubt you have. So you can respond. Yes, good. So this is a simple answer. This is simple questions, simple things we have seen. So what we have seen so far in today's class, we have seen we have covered today two parts Okay. One part is out parameter, another part is looping. Other part is looping. So as an initial level, we have seen what is meant by the looping and how to apply the looping. And that is a simple thing we have to understand. So looping with or without table. Okay, so but we have seen by using the table.